So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And as you can see, we've already started here. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Vieira gets his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
That's a throw. Seedorf, aimed in towards the centre. Chance here to counter. And here's Dembele. And this is Ibrahimovic. Nice bit of trickery. And it's Nedved. Out to the right. Ball swung in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
The Dutch introduced total football to the world, and in many ways, Ruud Gullit is the perfect example.
Well, he really could play in any position.
Yes, he started as a sweeper and showed that he could play anywhere.
And Gullit! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. Milan are looking to go forward now. Cafu. Ibrahimovic. Played back. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Played out to the right. He slings it in. Defending of the desperate variety. And this is Nedved! And again! And Milan have the lead. Ibrahimovic at his razor-sharp best there.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Ferdinand goes sliding in.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And they can counter here. That has been slung wide. That pass has been well intercepted. And it's Seedorf. That looks a good... It's Luis Suarez! It's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Bullet. Seedorf. Seedorf really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Knocks it out wide. Oh, shooting chance! He scored! And the comeback is complete! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Vietnam get themselves into the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And it's Hullet. Cafu is looking to influence the game from out wide. And here's Hullet. And this is Dembele. Good read, needed to be. Xavi. And here's the chance to counter. And it's Hullet. Dembele. Good running, strong and purposeful. Ferdinand. Nesta. And we've reached half-time. Vietnam come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. The midway point of the game.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Instant-packed goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Vietnam head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Turns back here, probably the best option. Looking to play him in. Seedorf. And it's Hullet. Little pass back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Dembele. Now it's Hullet. And that's been intercepted. Yaya Toure is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Looking for options for movement. Stood up well to him there. Nedved. Now it's Hullet. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
Hangs in across. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Hullet. And he's on his way! Nedved. Short changes him with that pass. Cristiano Ronaldo is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Vieira. Almost an hour gone. Vieira. Now it's Hullet. Nicked it back promptly. A lot of space ahead of him. Shoots! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And it's been taken short. Swings it, he gets big! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. That has been cut short. Yaya Toure. Pele. Looking for the run.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Substitution on the field. Number 24.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 8, Seydorf. Number 6, Xavi. Number 22.
And here's Ibrahimovic.
Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
He's going to be disappointed
Coming
with
on
that.
the field,
He's found a way
number
through.
12,
That's Nedved.
Number
Nedved!
14.
They've done it! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Vietnam take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Corner number 3 coming up. And now a sudden chance to counter. Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. It's Bale! And that would have won it.
Well, he's a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game's already won.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Vietnam are looking to break at pace. And here's Bale. And it's Pirlo.
This is the time you need that pace.
Vieira, he's picked his way through. Ferdinand with the slide tackle there. Out towards the flank. Rooney. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vietnam do have a chance to counter here. Pedri. That's a little off target. Pelé. And it's Vieira. Thuram. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Two added minutes.
Can he get it through? Time added on will be 2 minutes. And it's Luis Suarez. Look at the space here. Roberto Carlos deals with that. And we're done. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A clear
everybody,
night,
and welcome
all the
to
ingredients
today's
for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Expectations and decibels both. It's the belly! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Well, we all know who created the concept of total football, but is it fair to say, Jim, that no one embodied it better on the pitch than this man, Ruud Gullit?
That is true, definitely. He has the pace, the power, the technique to play anywhere across the front line, but he also has the intelligence, the vision to play in a more withdrawn playmaking role, or even in defence. He could fill in and cover for any position as required, and he had the intelligence to be able to put it all together.
He really does have it all. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nedved. Gullit. And it's Nedved. Yaya Toure. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Gullit. So, what can they make of this? Looking for a runner. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Vietnam yet to have an attempt on goal. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Goes for a shot! Goal! Milan! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Vietnam are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Nedved. Good read, needed to be. That's a throw. Dembele looks to get on the end of this. Vieira.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Nedved. Pirlo. And here's Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. Decent chance! He's got a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Nedved with a definite foul there. Ferdinand is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Nedved. And it's Lahm. Nedved. It's Seedorf. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Lahm looking to hit the byline here. And that should get the job done. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And that's going to be a booking. And it's Gullit. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Thuram. Pirlo. Now Seedorf. That's a little off target. Vieira. And this is Luis Suarez of Nedved! Oh, that is very close.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Seedorf. Here's the whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. How would you review the first half?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And the game has already resumed here. Oh, it's a great ball here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a sharp little ball here. He's got away. Nicely spread. And this is Nedved. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Dembele is always scanning the pitch for targets. Nedved. Vietnam looking to pass their way through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Vietnam clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Yaya Toure. And it's Nedved. Gets a good foot in there. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. He'll fancy himself from here.
And it's no surprise to see who's taking responsibility here.
That was travelling.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Nedved. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Gullit looking to add to his goal. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Substitution on the field. Number 8.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 14.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Nedved. Number 10.
Ibrahimovic is onto it in a flash.
Number 7. Cristiano Ronaldo. Coming on the field.
It was good pressing,
Number
forced the error
13,
to put an end to it
Pedri.
before things could get
Number
even
6,
more threatening.
Xavi. Number 19.
And it's Lahm.
Platini. Number
Pedri.
20.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic touches it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Ferdinand demonstrating his defensive quality there. Vieira. Yaya Toure is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Platini gets it away. Roberto Carlos. And it's Michel Platini. For Lahm.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
And it's Xavi. Now, can they get him away? Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Platini looking to penetrate opposition lines. Xavi. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nedved. Nicely weighted. Tries a shot! Goal! Milan! And they get themselves in front! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Milan take the lead.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from him.
And the finish! They've done it! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Milan could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Driving through the middle. And that will be the final act. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a
Hello
beautiful,
everybody,
clear
and
evening.
welcome to
The
today's
conditions
match.
contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Chance! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So, a breakthrough already. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Lam.
That's good play from him.
He's found a way past. Seedorf. Oh, this is a very good run. He's dealt with that really well. Bullet. Dembele.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Nedved. That's Vieira. Tries to pass it through. Nedved. And here's Suarez. In with the challenge. Oh, it's Dembele. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Ibrahimovic. And a chance! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Vietnam are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. And here's Suarez. Seedorf. Nedved conjures time and space where few can. He's away, tries a shot!
Vietnam really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Nedved gets a good foot in there. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Gullit. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, there's a probing ball. Yaya Toure. Luis Suarez.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Looking for the run. Gullit gets into some space. Pepe did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And here's Suarez. And here's Suarez. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now he's off and running. Well read, nice interception. Xavi. Lam. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gullit, who's set up one goal so far. Nedved in acres of space out wide. He's had a shot! And he hits the net! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Seedorf. He's a sharp little ball here. Nicely weighted ball. Well read, and the danger is averted. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Oh,
There
good
will be
read.
1 minute
That was
added
well
time.
played, well stopped.
And this is Dembele. Now it's Luis Suarez. And we've reached half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Nedved. Now it's Luis Suarez. And this is Gullit. Thuram plays it all the way forward. Nedved going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Nedved. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the shot! He can get that clear. That is good strength. Xavi. Vietnam ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
That is good alertness.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And that's going to be a booking. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Thuram. Oh, he's got a side of goal. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Gullit is onto this. Nedved showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Nedved. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And he's Ibrahimovic! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Ibrahimovic really made the tough part look easy, and the easy part very complicated.
Substitution on the field. Number 22.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 18, Ibrahimovic. Number 12,
Pedri.
Nedved. Number 8,
And it's Gullit.
Seedorf. Number 6, Xavi. Coming
Pretty
on the
robust
field,
defending.
Number 10,
Vietnam can't
Mbappe.
breathe again. Just.
Number 7,
Well, I thought they got off
Cristiano
lightly there. The odds
Number
were stacked
24,
against them.
Gullit. Number 13,
Great ball, and he's in. And the
Number
sticks it away.
Hero. Substitutions taking place.
And they're back on the ball again. Ronaldinho. Gullit. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Spread out to the left. Showing good feet. And Gullit! Ruud Gullit! That is just a piece of art! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And it's Vieira. That ball looks a good one. And he's intervened well there. Into the last 5 minutes. Gullit. Passing nice and neat. Gullit. Pedri, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Now it's Dembele. Can he get it through? Now it's Luis Suarez. Ferdinand demonstrating his defensive quality there. Mbappe chasing after it.
2 added
Bale.
minutes has been
Quality
indicated.
ball. Van der Sar chooses to deal with it himself. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Vieira. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things.
And a
Well,
quick
after all of that,
reminder
Jim,
today to
what are you
please take
thinking?
all
Look,
the
Peter,
dustbins
a strength
located
in
by
any
the
team
entrance
has to be
gates.
at the
Thank
heart
you
of your
very much
defence.
for your
And I'm afraid
cooperation.
they were found wanting in that department.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.